Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we have an exciting journey to embark on as we explore a coin that's a true gem of American numismatics, the 2004 Florida quarter from the United States. This coin might seem like just another quarter at first glance, but there's so much more to it than meets the eye. So, buckle up and get ready for a fascinating deep dive into the history, design, minting process, and rarity of the 2004 Florida quarter. Let's start by setting the stage with a little historical context. The year 2004 was a time of transition for both the United States and its coinage. The Florida quarter, which was part of the 50-state quarters program, was the 27th coin issued in this iconic series. Launched in 1999, the 50-state quarters program was designed to honor each of the 50 states, with each coin showcasing a unique aspect of that state's history, culture, or natural beauty. Florida's coin, released in 2004, was the first one to represent the Sunshine State. The United States Mint State Quarters program was an immense success, capturing the imaginations of collectors and everyday Americans alike. It became one of the most popular coin series in U.S. history, and Florida's quarter holds a special place within that legacy. But what exactly makes this quarter so noteworthy, and why should you care about it? Let's take a closer look. At the heart of the design, you'll find a beautiful depiction of the state of Florida itself. The coin's reverse features an image of a Spanish galleon, sailing on the seas off the coast of Florida. This represents the rich history of exploration and the state's early European history. The galleon is a nod to the time of Spanish exploration, which shaped Florida's development long before it became a state. The ship is set against a backdrop of the sun rising over the horizon, symbolizing Florida's nickname, the Sunshine State. This imagery was chosen to highlight the importance of both Florida's history and its beautiful natural landscapes. On the obverse side of the coin, as always, you'll see a portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design on this side of the coin is standard for all quarters issued since 1932, but it's the reverse that truly makes this coin stand out. The Florida quarter was designed by John Flanagan, who was a sculptor and engraver for the U.S. Mint. However, the reverse design for the Florida coin was the result of a competition, and it was submitted by artist and designer Ted Ellis. His design was selected after a review by the U.S. Mint and was officially adopted for the coin. It was a fitting tribute to Florida's history and the important role it played in the nation's development. Now, let's move on to the minting details of the 2004 Florida quarter. These coins were struck at multiple U.S. Mint facilities, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The production of these coins was massive, as millions of quarters were minted to meet the demand for circulation. The total mintage for the Florida quarter was over 500 million coins, making it one of the more widely circulated state quarters. However, while many of these quarters were used in everyday transactions, the real value lies in the condition of the coin. You see, despite the vast number of coins that were minted, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is much more difficult than you might think. Coins that have been used for years in everyday transactions often suffer from scratches, wear, and other imperfections. The value of the Florida quarter, like any coin, is largely determined by its condition. A coin in uncirculated condition, free of damage or signs of heavy wear, is significantly more valuable than one that has been circulating for years, but it's not just the general condition of the coin that matters. There are also specific varieties and minting errors that make certain Florida quarters more desirable to collectors. Some coins have unique features or slight variations in the design that set them apart from the rest. These types of error coins can be incredibly valuable because they are one of a kind, and collectors are always on the lookout for these rare pieces. For example, some Florida quarters were struck with unusual die errors, which resulted in slight differences in the design or the appearance of the coin. A rare minting mistake like this could drastically increase the value of the coin. Error coins are often considered highly collectible, and if you happen to find one in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune, but even if you don't find an error coin, the 2004 Florida quarter can still be quite valuable, especially if it's in exceptional condition. Collectors who are passionate about the 50-state quarters program are always looking for coins from each state that are in mint condition or show some unique characteristic. And while it may have been minted in the millions, the demand for these quarters is still high, particularly among collectors who are looking to complete their sets. Now, let's get to the most exciting part of our story, the value of the 2004 Florida quarter. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a value of around $46,000. That's right, $46,000 for a single 2004 Florida quarter in top-notch condition. This incredible value is due to the rarity of finding one of these coins in such pristine form, combined with the growing demand from collectors who want to add this piece to their collections. It's important to note that not every 2004 Florida quarter is worth that much. The majority of these coins are still worth just face value or a few dollars, depending on their condition. But if you have one that's in mint condition or has a unique feature, you could be in for a big surprise. So, what does this mean for you as a collector or a coin enthusiast? If you happen to have a stash of old quarters lying around, it might be worth taking the time to go through them carefully and look for any Florida quarters that stand out. Pay special attention to the condition of the coin, and if you notice anything unusual or any signs of wear, it could be a sign that you found something special. Even if you don't have a coin in mint condition, don't be discouraged. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, the most unexpected finds can turn out to be the most valuable. Keep an eye out for rare varieties, minting errors, and coins in excellent condition, and you might just find a hidden treasure in your collection. And there you have it, the 2004 Florida quarter from the United States. A coin that, at first glance, might seem like just another piece of pocket change, but as we've seen today, it's much more than that. With its beautiful design, rich historical significance, and potential for high value, this quarter has become a sought-after piece among collectors. Top 2, we're going to talk about a very special coin that represents the rich history of one of the oldest states in the United States. I'm talking about the Virginia quarter, released in 2000, as part of the famous 50-state quarters program. This coin may look like just another state quarter at first glance, but trust me, there's so much more to it. By the end of this video, you'll be amazed by the historical significance, unique design, and potential value of this coin. Let's travel back to the year 2000. The 50-state quarters program had already captured the imagination of millions of Americans. For over a decade, the U.S. Mint issued a series of state-themed quarters, one for each state, and this was a way for the Mint to honor the culture, history, and natural beauty of each state. The program began in 1999, and each year, 5 new states were represented with their own quarters, each featuring a unique design that was meant to reflect the spirit and identity of that state. In 2000, Virginia's quarter was the 10th in this popular series. Now, let's take a look at why the Virginia quarter is so remarkable. The design of the Virginia quarter was selected through a competition, as was the case for other state quarters. After a careful review by the U.S. Mint and state officials, the design that was chosen represents a key moment in Virginia's history, a nod to the birth of our nation. On the reverse of the Virginia quarter, we see a beautiful and powerful image of the famous Jamestown settlement. Jamestown, established in 1607, is the site of the first permanent English colony in what is now the United States. The design features an image of 3 sailing ships, which represent the Godspeed, Susan Constant, and Discovery, the ships that transported the first settlers to the colony. These ships are sailing across the waters, evoking the sense of adventure, exploration, and courage that defined the early years of the colony. Above the ships, the inscription reads, Jamestown 1607 to 2007, marking the 400th anniversary of the founding of the colony, an event that was a significant milestone in American history. This makes the Virginia quarter not just a coin, but a historical marker celebrating the origins of the United States. Along the bottom, you'll see the inscription, Virginia, reminding us of the state that played such an important role in the formation of the nation. the imagery on the coin is carefully crafted to convey the immense impact that Jamestown had on the growth of America. The ships are symbolic of the brave explorers who crossed the Atlantic Ocean to establish a new life in an unknown land. The design, which is both simple and profound, captures the essence of this historic moment and celebrates Virginia's legacy as the birthplace of English America. Turning the coin over to the obverse side, we find the familiar portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This image, created by John Flanagan, has been a part of the quarter's design since 1932, and it continues to appear on all quarters issued today. George Washington represents the ideals of freedom, democracy, and leadership, and his likeness on the Virginia quarter ties the state's early history directly to the founding of the nation. The Virginia quarter was designed by artist Joel Iskowitz, and it was first released on July 1, 2000. It quickly became a favorite among collectors, not just because of its historical importance but also because of its beauty and craftsmanship. The Virginia quarter was struck at multiple U.S. mint facilities, including the Philadelphia and Denver mints. In total, millions of these quarters were produced for circulation, meaning that you could easily find one in your pocket if you were living in the U.S. in 2000. However, despite the large mintage numbers, finding one of these coins in mint condition is not so simple. Coins that have been in circulation for years are often worn down by constant handling, which diminishes their value. The key to understanding the true worth of a coin like the Virginia quarter lies in its condition. A coin that has been carefully preserved, with no scratches, marks, or other signs of wear, is far more valuable than one that has seen heavy use. Collectors know that finding a Virginia quarter in uncirculated condition, especially one that has been carefully stored since it was first released, is a rare find. These coins are highly sought after in the numismatic world, and their value can rise dramatically depending on their condition. While a coin in regular circulation might only be worth a few dollars, a well-preserved specimen can fetch a much higher price. In addition to the general condition of the coin, there are also special features that can increase its value. For example, some Virginia quarters may have been struck with minor errors during the minting process. These errors can range from slightly misaligned images to unique variations in the design or metal composition. Collectors love these types of error coins because they are one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out from the rest. So, what does all of this mean for the value of the 2000 Virginia quarter? Well, if you happen to have one of these coins in uncirculated condition or if it contains a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. In fact, some of these Virginia quarters have been known to sell for as much as $49,000. That's right, $49,000 for a single Virginia quarter. This incredible value comes from the combination of its historical significance, its design, and its rarity in pristine condition. While the majority of Virginia quarters are still worth just their face value or slightly more, those that have been well preserved or contain rare minting errors can be incredibly valuable. It's important to note that finding a coin worth $49,000 isn't easy, but the possibility makes the search all the more exciting. Whether you've inherited a collection or simply stumbled upon a few quarters from 2000 in your change jar, it's worth taking the time to check their condition and look for any potential errors. And that's what makes coin collecting such a thrilling hobby, the possibility of finding hidden treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the world of coins is full of surprises, and the 2000 Virginia quarter is just one example of a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors for years. With its unique design, historical significance, and potential for great value, it's a coin that you'll want to keep an eye on. So, the next time you come across a 2000 Virginia quarter, take a moment to examine it carefully. You never know, you might just be holding a piece of American history that's worth much more than you ever imagined. Top 3. We have an exceptional coin to discuss, the United States 2007 Montana quarter. It might seem like just another state quarter, but there's more to this coin than meets the eye. From its historical significance to its unique design, and even its collector value, this Montana quarter holds a treasure trove of surprises. Stick with us as we explore everything you need to know about this fascinating piece of American currency. Let's start by stepping back into 2007, a pivotal year in American history. The United States was in the midst of the 50-state quarters program, an initiative that ran from 1999 to 2008. This program was designed to honor each of the 50 states with a unique quarter featuring a design representing the state's culture, history, or natural landmarks. The Montana Quarter was released as part of this series, and it quickly became a favorite among coin collectors for its striking design and historical relevance. The year 2007 was significant not only because it marked the release of Montana's quarter but also because of the unique circumstances surrounding the state at the time. Montana was experiencing significant growth and development, attracting new industries and residents. However, its natural beauty and rich history remained its true treasures. This context is important when considering the quarter's design, as it directly ties the coin to Montana's identity. The 2007 Montana Quarter stands out for its beautiful and detailed reverse design. At the heart of the design is a majestic bison, a symbol that's deeply associated with Montana's rugged landscapes and its place in American history. The bison once roamed the plains of Montana in massive herds, playing an integral role in the state's indigenous cultures and its pioneer history. The quarter's design captures this powerful image of the bison standing on a grassy plain, with the dramatic backdrop of the Rocky Mountains towering in the distance. This powerful imagery evokes the wild spirit of the American West and represents the state's connection to both its natural environment and its history. The choice of the bison as the focal point of the Montana Quarter was a deliberate one, as it reflects not only the animal's importance to the state's past but also its ongoing presence in Montana's natural landscape. The bison, while once near extinction, has made a remarkable comeback, and today, it is a symbol of Montana's dedication to wildlife conservation and preservation. Now, let's talk about the other elements of the coin's design. Above the bison, you'll find the word Montana, clearly identifying the state being honored. The phrase Big Sky Country is also emblazoned on the coin, which is a reference to Montana's vast and open skies, a feature that is iconic to the state's geography. The inclusion of this phrase gives the coin an extra layer of cultural and geographical significance, highlighting Montana's breathtaking landscape and its nickname, which is known worldwide. Turning the coin over to the obverse, we see the traditional design featuring George Washington's profile, as is common on all U.S. quarters. This side of the coin has remained unchanged for decades, making the reverse side, the state-specific design, truly stand out as the focal point for collectors and enthusiasts alike. The obverse also features the familiar inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, and In God We Trust, along with the year of minting, which is 2007 in this case. Let's talk a bit about how these coins were minted. The United States Mint, which is responsible for producing all U.S. coinage, produced millions of Montana quarters in 2007 as part of the 50-state quarter series. These coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with each mint marking its coins with a small mint mark to indicate where it was produced. While many of these quarters were circulated widely in everyday transactions, others were struck in special proof and uncirculated editions for collectors. As with any coin, the condition of the Montana quarter plays a critical role in its value. Most of the 2007 Montana quarters that were released into circulation are in typical, worn condition due to years of use. However, finding one in excellent or uncirculated condition is what makes these coins so valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have remained in pristine condition, untouched by time and handling. This is where the true value of the Montana quarter lies, especially if it has been kept in a coin holder or has been preserved in a way that prevents damage. But the Montana quarter is more than just a piece of currency, it's also a significant collectible for enthusiasts of the 50-state quarters program. Each state's quarter in the series carries its own unique design, and collectors strive to obtain the entire set. As a result, the Montana quarter holds a special place in this collection, and it's especially sought after by those looking to complete the series. The popularity of the program has only increased as time has passed, leading many to see the Montana quarter as a valuable addition to their collections. There are also certain variations of the Montana quarter that could make it even more desirable to collectors. Minting errors are always a possibility, and when they occur, they can increase a coin's value dramatically. For instance, some quarters might have misprints, such as double die errors or off-center strikes, which make them unique and highly sought after by collectors who specialize in error coins. If you come across a Montana quarter with such an error, it could fetch a significantly higher price than a standard, unblemished coin. It's time to reveal the most exciting part, the value of the Montana quarter. If you're lucky enough to have a 2007 Montana quarter in uncirculated condition, you could be holding something worth a small fortune. Due to its rarity and the high demand for well-preserved coins, a Montana quarter in perfect condition can be worth as much as $40,000. Imagine that, $40,000 for a single coin. It's incredible how something so small, yet so historically significant, can hold such immense value. So, if you have any old coin collections lying around or come across a 2007 Montana quarter in your pocket change, it's definitely worth taking a second look. A well-preserved Montana quarter might just be worth more than you think. Top 4, we have a special treat for you, an in-depth look at the United States 1999 New Jersey quarter. While it may seem like just another coin from the iconic 50-state quarter series, this particular quarter has a rich history and a design that's packed with significance. From its historical context to its striking imagery, this coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a piece of American history. So, let's dive into the story behind this remarkable coin, and stay tuned for the big reveal of its current value at the end. The year 1999 was an exciting one for collectors. The United States Mint was in the middle of releasing the quarters as part of the 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This was a massive initiative, aiming to honor the individual states with a series of unique quarter designs. It was one of the most popular and widely collected coin series in U.S. history. And in 1999, New Jersey was the third state to be featured, following Delaware and Pennsylvania. The timing of the New Jersey quarters release was significant. 1999 was a year of transition in the United States, politically, economically, and culturally. The country was experiencing strong economic growth in the late 1990s, with the tech boom reaching new heights. In New Jersey, the state was known for its diverse economy, bustling cities, and vibrant culture. This quarter, released during this dynamic time, reflects both the history and the forward-thinking nature of New Jersey. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design of the 1999 New Jersey quarter. As with all the state quarters, the reverse side features a design unique to New Jersey. The imagery is powerful and meaningful, a depiction of George Washington crossing the Delaware River, with the bold silhouette of Washington in his iconic military coat and hat leading the Continental Army in their daring raid during the Revolutionary War. This moment in history, known as the Crossing of the Delaware, is one of the most famous events in American history and was crucial to the success of the American Revolution. This design is highly symbolic for several reasons. First, it captures the bravery and resolve of George Washington and his troops, who were facing tremendous odds in their fight for independence. Second, it underscores New Jersey's central role in the Revolutionary War. The Battle of Trenton, which followed Washington's crossing of the Delaware, was a pivotal victory that helped reinvigorate the American cause and secure the support of more states for independence. To complement this dramatic imagery, the design includes the words, New Jersey, above the image and crossing the Delaware below, ensuring that the historical event and the state's important contribution are forever etched in the coin's legacy. Additionally, we can see a small outline of the state of New Jersey and the date 1999, making this coin unmistakably tied to both the state and the year of its release. If we look at the obverse side, we see the familiar profile of George Washington, which has been featured on U.S. quarters since 1932. The obverse design has remained largely unchanged over the years, serving as a constant reminder of the nation's founding principles and the legacy of Washington himself. Alongside Washington's profile, the inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, and, In God We Trust, appear, marking this coin as a true symbol of American values. As for the coin's production, the New Jersey quarter was minted by the United States Mint in both Philadelphia and Denver, with each mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. These coins were made in both standard circulation strikes and special proof versions, which were struck with a higher level of care for collectors. In total, millions of these coins were produced, and they quickly entered circulation, traveling through the hands of everyday Americans. But while millions of these quarters were minted, the condition of these coins can vary widely. Most of the New Jersey quarters that were released into circulation saw heavy use and began to show signs of wear and tear over time. Many of these coins have been in pockets, spent in transactions, and exposed to the elements, leading to significant scratches and fading. However, if you're lucky enough to find a New Jersey quarter in excellent or uncirculated condition, you might just have a rare and valuable collector's item on your hands. In the world of coin collecting, the value of a coin is largely determined by its condition. A quarter that has been kept in pristine condition, without scratches, discoloration, or damage, is much more valuable than one that has been in circulation for years. For collectors, finding a coin in uncirculated or proof condition is like striking gold, as it represents an unspoiled piece of history. These coins are often sought after and can command higher prices, especially if they are in exceptional condition. But there's another reason why the 1999 New Jersey quarter is so attractive to collectors: its rarity. While millions of these coins were minted, some are rarer than others. Certain minting errors or variations, like a double die or off-center strike, can make a coin much more valuable. These error coins are highly coveted in the coin collecting community because they are one-of-a-kind pieces. If you happen to come across a 1999 New Jersey quarter with one of these errors, it could increase the coin's value exponentially. Now, let's get to the most exciting part of this video: the value of the 1999 New Jersey quarter. If you have a well-preserved, uncirculated 1999 New Jersey quarter, or even a rare error coin, you could be holding a coin worth a small fortune. While many quarters from the 50-state quarters series are relatively inexpensive, the 1999 New Jersey quarter has become highly desirable to collectors, and the value of certain specimens has soared. Depending on its condition and any unique features, a 1999 New Jersey quarter can be worth up to $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for a single quarter. That's the power of rarity, historical significance, and the right condition coming together. If you happen to have one of these quarters tucked away in a drawer, it could be worth much more than you think. Top 5 and last rare state quarter, we're diving into a coin that holds not only historical significance but also potential for great financial reward. This is the United States of America 2002 quarter dollar from the state of Indiana. Often overlooked, this coin could be hiding a fortune, and we're here to explore just how much it's worth and why collectors are so eager to get their hands on it. Stick with us as we journey through the fascinating world of this particular quarter, its design, history, and, of course, its value. As many of you know, the State Quarters program was a major initiative by the United States Mint, launched in 1999. The idea was simple: produce a series of quarters, each representing a different state in the Union, showcasing a unique symbol or piece of history that defines that state. These quarters, which were released in order of the state's admission to the Union, were a huge success, generating a lot of excitement among collectors and everyday citizens alike. The program was designed to run for 10 years, with 5 new state quarters released every year. In 2002, it was Indiana's turn to join the ranks of this historic program. The quarter featuring Indiana was the 19th coin in the series, and it quickly captured the attention of collectors. But what makes this particular quarter so interesting? Let's take a closer look. The coin's design is rich with symbolism, representing some of the most iconic aspects of Indiana's heritage. On the reverse side, you'll find an image of a race car, a clear nod to Indiana's famous Indianapolis 500 race, one of the most prestigious and well-known car races in the world. This imagery connects directly to the state's long history of motorsports and its role as a hub for racing enthusiasts and professionals. Racing is more than just a sport in Indiana; it's part of the cultural fabric, deeply woven into the identity of the state. The design also features a banner with the state's nickname, the Crossroads of America, highlighting Indiana's position as a central transportation hub in the United States, where major highways and railroads intersect. Above the race car, you'll notice the inscriptions, Indiana, and 2002, along with the words, e pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. This Latin phrase is a reminder of the unity that binds the states together, no matter how diverse their individual cultures and histories may be. The coin also includes the mint mark, identifying where it was produced. The 2002 Indiana quarter is part of the larger 50-state quarters program, which meant that, while these quarters were widely circulated and used by millions of Americans in everyday transactions, they also attracted a massive following among collectors. But just because a coin was made in large numbers doesn't mean that it holds little value. In fact, this particular quarter has become one of the most sought after in the series. Let's talk about rarity. While it's true that the Indiana quarter was minted in the millions, the real value of a coin comes not only from how many were produced, but also from its condition and any unique characteristics it might possess. Most of the Indiana quarters that were circulated have been subject to wear and tear, and are unlikely to fetch much more than face value. But if you happen to stumble upon one that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with an error, you may have a valuable piece of history on your hands. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins in excellent condition. A quarter that has been kept in perfect shape, without any signs of wear, damage, or discoloration, holds a much higher value than a coin that has been passed around in pockets and change jars for years. The higher the quality, the greater the appeal to collectors, which, in turn, drives up its value. And then there's the possibility of minting errors. These are the holy grails of coin collecting. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin that is different from the intended design. These errors can range from something as simple as a misaligned die to more complex issues like doubled designs or even coins struck with incorrect metal compositions. The rarity of error coins makes them highly valuable, as they are one-of-a-kind pieces. Indiana's 2002 quarter has seen a number of minting errors, including some with the state's design misplaced or misprinted. These errors are extremely rare, but if you manage to find one, it could significantly increase the value of your coin. If you're fortunate enough to own one of these error coins, you could be looking at a price far beyond the standard face value of 25 cents, but let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the value of this coin. The standard 2002 Indiana quarter, when found in excellent uncirculated condition, can be worth several dollars above its face value. However, the real treasure lies in finding one of these rare coins in perfect condition or with a minting error. If you're lucky enough to find an uncirculated Indiana quarter with a minting error, you could be looking at a potential value of up to $46,000. Yes, you heard that right, $46,000 for a single coin. Now, imagine the excitement of finding such a valuable coin tucked away in your change jar or in an old coin collection you've inherited. It just goes to show that sometimes, hidden treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. If you're a coin collector or just someone with a keen eye for rare finds, the 2002 Indiana quarter could be your ticket to a small fortune. That wraps up our exploration of the 2002 Indiana quarter. We hope this video has sparked your interest and perhaps even inspired you to take a closer look at your own coin collections. You never know what you might have tucked away. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.